Up? What is up, everybody? In tonight's live stream, what we'll be discussing is whether or not we believe that import figures or domestic figures, as in the United States domestic style, we'll be discussing if one is better than the other overall when it comes to action figure photography. Now, I have my own rules on what I think of when it comes to figure photography, and you may have your own rules as well, and the rules might not mesh, and that's okay. So, for the replay crew, let me know overall, what do you think? Do you think that import figures or domestic figures are better for figure photography? Now, before we get really going on that subject, let's see what we got going on. We have Harry hanging out already. Thank you for stopping by, sir. Anyone get any good stuff? Man, I think you were here last time when I showed some of my Usagi 4-pack, the Year of the Rabbit 4-pack. That's the most recent good stuff, but is really good stuff, so I'm good with it. How about you? You got anything recently? Skew Raider, K-Pasa. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Whew. Mr. Matson, good evening, sir. Thanks for dropping in. Let's see. It's a good 4-pack. It is really cool. The one that shocks me, I've got the space one, and I didn't expect, like, he's got the jetpack and all that stuff, and he's got, and I didn't even know this, but like the laser sword kind of look here, so it's almost like he's got a lightsaber or a sword with a bug zapper on it. I don't know, but this one, for whatever reason, this one has kind of captured me, and I tend to be the guy that likes the plain look, but this one's really cool. I'll leave him over there. I'm sure I'll bring him into the discussion here shortly. Skew Raider, both. Depends on what they are. Domestic, Jada Street Fighter, and classified, import, Mafex, etc. See, I think I'm kind of leaning towards a little of both, because I thought when I came up with this topic, import was going to just dominate. But then I looked to my left, which is, I've told you guys in the past, I don't put my NECA stuff in drawers because there's so much paint on them. I'm afraid that a lot of paint's going to get lost. And everything I have from NECA, I really dig. And then I was looking at other stuff. Basically, I have some examples of everything. I have these guys, the domestics, to my left, and I have some imports to my right, so we can be discussing all this stuff. But yeah, man, I thought that imports were going to run away with it. I'm not so sure, especially when you consider the cost to import these things versus the cost to just pick these things up at the store when you can actually find them. That's why I tend to pre-order. Oh boy, we has the people. Harry, BBTS pile of loot incoming. Oh dear. The pile of loot system was brilliant on their part. What all do you have coming? We need to know these things. And watch, I'll click down there and I'll see that you've already answered that. Yo, I'm more import figs. I got Zezre's, Quesos, Thales, Big Red Rhino. I'm probably totally butchering Quesos. It might be Casos. Maybe it's Thales. I don't think it's Thales. Maybe, though. I don't know what I'm talking about. Big Red Rhino. Finally got Jada Chun-Li. Getting Mafex, Hush Batman, Mafex Carnage, 2 Figma Guyvers 2.0, Mafex T2 Endoskeleton. Man, I love the look of that endoskeleton. And as you know, if you guys have been watching for a bit, that blue Mafex Hush Batman is the figure that changed my collecting life, I think, for the better. Whoa! And so because of him, I'm like, oh, imports are going to take this. Then last year I got the NECA TMNT 4-pack, and I'm like, okay, there's an argument to be made for domestics as well. But yeah, man, that's a great haul. Truly a great haul. I can't wait to see what you do with that stuff. See, a bunch actually. Yeah, that's a couple, but it's good. I like it. See, imports mainly. Yeah, I think for figure photography, the fact that they come with so much stuff really helps them out. But again, I'm looking to my left and I've got some Action Force there as well as some NECA. And there's so many things that come with them. I would give Action Force the edge over NECA because their basic articulation scheme just makes them so they can do a lot more stuff. NECA still, there's still some waist cuts. You know how I feel about waist cuts. And if you don't know how I feel about waist cuts, they're bad. They're bad. I'm going to go to the next comment here. Skew Raider, NECA is bringing it too. They are. They are. Their stuff's looking good, and I think they're improving. Mr. Matson, I've been having so much fun playing with my Jada Mega Man. Not a lot of photos, too busy playing. There is nothing wrong with that. That is a line I've still got to get in on. Got to do some pre-ordering for some Mega Man. Those things look great. And really anything Jada. I have them sitting here too. Any third party, Dave? I had, let's see, not really, no. When I'm thinking about it, no. I have like licensed stuff. So, you know, I've got the 3-0 Transformers, but obviously they're not Hasbro. So I guess that's a 2-party or a second party or whatever. But no, I'm looking around right now thinking, do I? I don't believe I do. But I need to get some. Like when I hear LBZ talking about all the stuff he's got, I need some of that. That stuff would make me happy. Like the Zezray Minotaurs, for instance. Took a great pick of Mafex Gambit for Saturday. Used one gel and a UV light. Oh, nice. Ooh, that's going to look good. The gel, I assume, was like a blue or a purple or something. I lucked in when I got the most recent set I have. I've got a pink gel, and that might work too. Ooh, I love it, Mr. Matson. Tragic. Good evening, Dave and chat. Tragic, thank you for stopping by, man. Good evening to you as well. All right. Evening there, Wreck Ship. Thanks for stopping by. There's a lot of thanks for stopping by. So I need to come up with different words. I'm not that smart, though, so we'll see. Got my email for Mezco Storm Shadow. Man, he looks like he's going to be good. And that's something else. Like when we're talking domestics versus imports, we have to throw Mezco in there. And obviously, they're domestic. Just because I don't have any yet. Like I say, I do want to get a Gomez at some point. But just because I don't have any yet doesn't mean that they don't crush it, especially with accessories and with their figures that, like, I feel like maybe Spidey isn't the right call for Mezco just because the restrictions that'll happen because of the cloth goods. I think most figures Mezco should be able to knock out of the park, and a lot of them, from what I've seen, they're getting there. They're doing a really good job, and that Storm Shadow looks like one of them, and you can't argue with a number of accessories. I don't think anybody, when it comes to accessories, is giving us more bang for our buck than Mezco is. So now Mezco has joined the chat as far as the toy photography domestic versus imports throwdown. Wreck Ship, I'm getting a couple domestic items next week, namely Clutch and Vamp, and now the Action Soldier. Dude, I can't wait to see what you do with that Vamp. Ooh, Clutch. If I had ordered the Vamp, I probably would have sold Clutch. You know my rule. No extra hands. He goes. But the Vamp, that's a beautiful vehicle, and that's something that I may end up going for at some point. And the Action Soldier, he looks good too. He looks good too. I mean, Classified does good work. So thinking of them, for me, well, hold on. I'll get to this real quick. Harry, Tiger Stripe Wolverine, Chester Cheetah, 4 Horsemen Legions, Builder Barbarian, etc., etc. Chester is good stuff. The 4 Horsemen Legions Builder Barbarian. I can't picture which one that is. I'm sure he's pretty rad. And you know that I'm crazy jealous that you found Tiger Stripe Wolverine. I have noticed his prices aren't quite as so insane on eBay, so I might give that a shot. We'll see. I've been actually sending in resumes and all that stuff so I could get some different work, like regular income coming in and then make the extra stuff off the stuff that I've been doing. So we'll see. Once all that stuff starts hitting, Then we increase production value and do all that stuff and start loading up on these figures that I keep missing out on because like Carnage gets re-released, couldn't do it. Venom gets re-released. I'm like, no, Tiger Stripe Wolverine. I would have found a way, but I couldn't find him. So irritating. I was always just this much too late. But anyway, talking about the G.I. Joe figures, I think that Classified has the potential to be one of the best lines out there. But when it comes to photography, there's only so much you can do with trigger hands. So I'm hoping that in the future, extra hands starts becoming standard. Push it to buttons. I gotta be honest, I don't think I've ever owned anything other than domestic figures. Great googly moogly man. Well, then I guess on your side, domestic's gonna win. but hey, at least the domestics you grab seem to be pretty sweet. Classified is the line when we're talking like Mattel and Hasbro. I think it's easily the best one out there for photos. Let's see. I want to get those Mega Mans. Man, everything Jada is doing right now, I mean, it's all awesome, but that's something else. I think Jada is owned by a German company, but every time I look them up, they say they're based in California. So how do we even count Jada? Are they an import or are they a domestic? I'm so confused. I didn't even know which side to put them on. I have them sitting with my domestics right now, but who really knows? I don't know. How technical am I going to get here? Mr. Matson, Mezco Storm Shadow shipping soon, and the Vamp also. Both scheduled to at least charge on my birthday. Oh my, man. Well, that's kind of bittersweet, right? Like, hey, we're getting awesome stuff. Also, a lot of money is being pulled out of my account because what was Storm Shadow? Was he around 90 or something, 90 or 100? And obviously the Vamp's 100. Okay, well, I mean, they're going to both provide for some amazing photos. So I would say, not that I want to play your guys' evil enabler game, but seems to me that's $200 well spent. And you know, a friend of mine and I were talking last night. I've done my fair share of enabling, so I can't even be mad. Saludos, Carnalitos. Hola, Juan Robles. Now, I'm going to have to look up Carnalitos. I don't know things, but thank you for stopping by, man. Let's see. Woo, Spaded one. I love Lamp 2. I love Circle Light. Circle Light is good. I love Plastic Tree. I love Cup. I love stopping this ongoing joke that I keep trying to make work. It's not working for me. I love Lamp, much better. Let's see. I count Jada as import, to be honest. That's kind of, yeah, that one was tough for me. I was trying to figure that out, but we've got one for it and import. Maybe that could be the whole chat. Okay, guys, is Jada domestic or is it an import? Harry, wreck ship. Gotta try imports out. You'll love them. I mean, and this guy is actually available on Amazon right now for a not insane price. I shouldn't say right now. Yesterday I looked him up, and I think he's $109 on Amazon. So if you're thinking of dabbling, this is the figure that I finally dabbled on and decided, oh no. Now, here's what you don't want to do, though, wreck ship. Here's what happened to me. My figure collection got much smaller because suddenly I was like, I can't be bothered to buy these $20 and $25 figures. I want the $80 to $90 ones. And that's with the crazy DHL shipping. So I'm spending $80 to $90 to order from Ami. Yeah, it does make your collection smaller, but I dig it. Just watch out for that rabbit hole, man. Spaded one. Told myself I was only getting Wolverine and Cyclops from this X-Men 97 wave to go with my Jada Street Fighter, but just grabbed Jean Grey and Nightcrawler. Damn it, Marvel Legends, roping me in again. All right, so here's a question. I've seen that Legends is starting to add a few more accessories. Now, they seem to have backed off from paint a little bit, which I was looking at the cost of paint, and paint manufacturing has shot up quite a bit, which of course means that getting paint is going to be a lot more money. It's not an excuse. NECA's still using plenty of paint, but you notice their prices have gone up as well. But even though they've kind of cut back on paint, they are giving us more things in the box. I think if Marvel Legends got rid of the waist cut and started giving the ball jointed waist, kind of like what they're doing with Scarlet and Duke coming out with Classified, I think I'd probably jump back in a little bit too. I wouldn't want to get too crazy because while I'm complaining about the $80 to $90 figures, those $25 figures kind of sneak up on you. Like you plan for your $80 or $90 figures, but suddenly you're like, oh, this one's only 25, that one's only 25, that one's, and then you're spending way more than you did on your imports. I'm sick like that. These are the conversations I've had with myself in my head. Harry, action figures. Why did I? That was the obvious. Why did I not do that? Oh, thank you, sir. Keeping me honest. I love Batman. Rex Ship. I've wanted to dabble, but Classified series has all my dabbles at the moment with my current budget, and I do get that. But if you start following my rules and you just don't buy figures that don't have extra hands, you'll save up plenty to dabble. I'm not an enabler at all. It would help better if I, spoke a little, more clearly or something. LBZ, yeah, I can't wait for that Mafex Batman, but kind of looking forward to that Mafex Carnage. That Carnage looks like he's going to be what this Batman is, in that he's going to be the perfect Carnage. So yeah, man, he's going to be great. Venom, from what people say, is a little short. I'd still get him because I'm a Mafex sucker. Harry, better to buy one great figure than five so-so figures. I did get to that point where I realized for me that works better. But, a lot of people like those huge collections, so I'm not going to take shots. But when it comes to photography, take shots, photography. Anyway, you know where I'm going. Spaded one. Accessories are a crapshoot with a 97 line. Magneto comes with alt hands. Goblin Queen comes with alt hands, blast effects, and a freaking baby. Yeah, she does look good. Again, like if she had the little, like a ball jointed waist, she'd be fantastic. And I was going to say I probably would have sprung for her. I don't tend to get stuff that's based on cartoons and things like that. So I probably wouldn't have. But if they started making more figures like that with the ball jointed waist, I'd go nuts. Like the only problem with last year's Marvel Legends Black Widow was that she didn't have a ball jointed waist, as far as I was concerned, for photography. I still got her and I still dig her, but that ball jointed waist would have made all the difference. Rex Ship, but if I were to be able to dabble more, I'd definitely dive into the Mafex figures. Good man, this makes me happy. So, all right, let's look at these things. I've caught up. It's insane. So now let's try some comparisons. Now I should have busted out some parts, right? So if we've got, say, I grabbed for the thumbnail, I grabbed Warpath Eclipse. Now, with her, with Action Force specifically, they tend to have like 2 sets of extra hands, maybe another one. A lot of them have an extra head. There's a stand, although I stand by my assertion that stands are more cost savings for manufacturers than they are value adds for collectors. Although I understand that a lot of people dig stands, so I'm not knocking them. I just would rather get more accessories because I don't have a problem standing my figures. But anyway, clearly the Action Force figures come with a ton of stuff. They're crazy well articulated. My only problem with them just has to do with the engineering, like how tough it is to pop out hands and replace heads and stuff like that. But this is a domestic line, and this domestic line, I think, is nearly, really what separates this import from this domestic is how much easier this import is to use than how this one is to use. He's got more hands. But really, I'm not sure that I can say he comes with way more weapons or anything. He does have more heads. But yeah, I give the edge to him just because he's a lot more playable. But I'm not knocking this one. And when you consider the price, this one's pretty good. I mean, Warpath Eclipse is an incredible figure. So there's where I'm at. That's why I'm sitting here thinking imports will run away with this quickly. And then when I was preparing for this, I'm going, maybe not. Maybe not. It's all kinds of craziness here. All kinds of mind changing. I'm a flip flopper. I can never run for politics, for any kind of political office. Wreck ship. I'm very tempted by the Mafex Scarlet Spider. Was this close to getting him. He's looking good. I was watching Displaying Model Behavior, and he had one that it looks like his knee almost just broke or disintegrated. And it seemed to be a bit of a Scarlet Spider problem, so I don't know about that one. But a lot of people seem to be doing okay with him, so maybe he's fine. I was never a Ben Riley guy, but I mean, anybody that was, he looks like a really good figure. Yes, friends, tea with honey. And that Mafex Scarlet Spider comes with plenty of stuff as well. See, Spaded one. Jean Grey has a ball-jointed waist, but no boob articulation like Goblin Queen. That's right. That's right. I forgot. I saw that. I was watching, well, I say watching. It sounds like I'm sitting here just watching YouTube all day. Really, I'm working on my couch and just hitting play on stuff. And when something gets my attention, I look up real quick. But anyway, I did see Nostalgia Unboxed talk about her a little bit. And she didn't look so bad. He was saying he doesn't think that she needed that diaphragm joint at all. Me, I still think they need those diaphragm joints. I think those two places, like the waist, the ball jointed waist and the diaphragm joint, if they work together, it is wonderful. It's one of the reasons that Batman works so well. It's one of the reasons that this Harley works so well. It's one of the reasons I have my light clearly way too bright, because she looks washed out. Don't worry, Harley is actually red and black. This is, got to make an adjustment on those lights. Yeah, man, Marvel Legends feels like it's so close. And they used to be the standard. And they kind of, like when Toy Biz first started doing Marvel Legends, there were some ugly proportion things. I won't argue that at all. But they were kind of like Rebel Tech on the domestic side, where they had some rough proportions, but what you could do with them was pretty cool, especially compared to what else was out there. And then they started refining a little bit, Toy Biz did. But then when Hasbro got it, they refined the sculpts a bit, but they don't really add, there's nothing they do to try and innovate anymore. They didn't necessarily add articulation stuff that other companies weren't already doing. So I'd like to see Marvel Legends Legacy be, no, man, we got to push the envelope and see if we can make it so that other companies have to follow us again. The problem is I just don't see that that's something that can happen right now. Maybe in the future, but yeah, I did like Legends a lot until Batman ruined it for me. Thanks a lot, Bruce. That's right, I know your secret identity. Harry, I wish Rebel Tech would match size with Mafex. I would buy more of them. Now they're going soft goods. Yeah, man. Rebel Tech, ooh, I needs me some amazing Yamaguchi. I do. It's desperate, really. I'll end up with them at some point. Spaded one. In my opinion, imports are almost always better figures, but come at a premium price, and you gotta be active in the hobby to know where to get them. Can't just find a Mafex on a Target shelf and start a new hobby. This is true. This is true. So we've got the plus sides, we've got the downsides, and all that going. You gotta almost know, like there are plenty of people, there might be, I'm not gonna say there's plenty, there might be some people out there that are into figures and not even know that Mafex exists, because the only stuff they ever see, maybe they don't even get online, the only stuff they ever know about is what they can find on Target and Walmart shelves. So yeah, man, I mean, you're right that you gotta stay vigilant with the Mafex, know where to grab them. And I think that Mafex probably had the same problem as Hasbro and all these other companies, where they probably overproduced for a while because the hobby was so huge during COVID and you'll see a bunch of the same figures on Amazon have been sitting there for a while. I'd be willing to bet Mafex dials it back a little bit, which will make me sad because right now I can still go back and get some stuff fairly cheap, but I'm going to have to stay on top of it. Ah, I missed one. Let's see, LBZ. Yeah, I really like the Mafex Scarlet Spider. Need to take more pics of him. Ooh, see, that's awesome. That's awesome. Because like I say, man, he looks good. I just was never a Ben Riley guy. But we'll see. One day I might just go back and buy all the Mafex just because I can. Good evening, Jericho. Thanks for stopping by, man. But yeah, the Mafex, if I ever, like I said before in a previous live stream, if I ever win the lottery, I won't tell you guys, but there will be signs. And there'll be just a massive shrine to Mafex figures. And probably Amazing Yamaguchi as well. Jericho, Legends seems so antiquated these days. I fully agree. Like, they were the gold standard when Toy Biz started them, and now they've just fallen behind. Like, everyone, including figures in their own company, are ahead of them. Like, Classified is smoking Legends as far as what they can do from a photogenic perspective. You know, like, the waist cut kills me. It does. It totally annihilates any enjoyment I would have when it comes to taking pictures of things. So, yeah, I want them to be good. I want them to come out swinging and be like, you know what? We're going to be that innovative company again, or that innovative line again. We're going to show these other companies or lines how to do it. LBZ, I'd get that new 97 Goblin Queen. That head sculpt looks great. It does look good. Like I say, man, when he was talking about her, it was really her and Jean Grey that I was popping my head up looking at, because right away I noticed that Jean didn't have the diaphragm joint, and I thought, I'm not going to mess with that. Hang on, let's see. Whew. All right, got a text. It happens. Jericho, on a side note, NECA's Flash Gordon movie line is fantastic. Their Prince Vulcan will easily make my top 5 for this year. Man, okay, Flash Gordon keeps coming up in these chats. I wonder if I need to maybe adjust what I'm doing a little bit. Maybe kind of figure this stuff out when it comes to him. When it comes to that line, Spaded One. I bought my bro an SHF's Figuarts Spider-Man a while back, and he didn't know what it was. Treats it like an antique. I think maybe you've talked about that. Is that the Tom Holland one? The most recent, the final swimsuit or whatever? Yeah, man. I mean, there is something to the feel of an import that the domestics just don't have. Harry, Marvel Legends equals McDonald's imports equals Five Guys. What? Hey, man, Five Guys is tasty. Never compare Five Guys to McDonald's imports. Although, let's see, equals McDonald's imports equals Five Guys. All right. I think I'm following you. Yeah. Still, I don't know. If we're going with the transitive property, you're basically saying Marvel Legends equals Five Guys. And I have to say, I love me some Five Guys. So I don't know, man. You might be way off base here. Like I know what I'm talking about. Rickship, the problem with Legends is most of the new tooling budget was going to all the MCU figures coming out because, well, it has to. Hopefully they reallocate the budget for new tooling for Marvel Legends soon. I hope so. I do. I want them to at least be up to today's standard. I want them to at least catch up to Classified. And I don't think that's unreasonable considering they're made by the same company. The only thing that might hold it back is the fact that Disney owns Marvel and you've got the licensing going on. But then there's also the fact that maybe Hasbro is expecting too much from the profit margin. We can go into the business talk forever, but the fact is we don't really know. So yeah, I do hope that that happens. But even the MCU figures have waist cuts. Stupid waist cuts. Spaded One. I really don't mind how basic Marvel Legends are. There's no stress moving them around, and they're easy to replace, so you actually end up playing with them. Just wish they came with more stuff. I do get that, and there is an argument to be made there. Although I have to say, I don't really have problems with my import stuff. It doesn't mean that others don't, and it doesn't mean that others don't shear things. And the big risk when it comes to import stuff, specifically if you're ordering from sites like AmiAmi, is what if it shows up and something's wrong with it? Yeah, maybe you can get the refund, but chances are the stuff's already gone. So I don't know. There is that little bit of a risk when it comes to that. And I don't mind. I get what you're saying about the playability of Legends. But from a photogenic perspective, I just don't see it. I see a lot more playability with Classified, for instance. Prince Vulcan is classic. Brian Blessed is an eternal, epic meme performance. Figure is dope. Oh, man. You guys are killing me. I'm going to have to get into stuff I know nothing about, which is, I mean, I know a little bit about Street Fighter, but not a whole lot. But I love the figures, so maybe I'll end up with Voltan. Man, all right, skews on target. I don't like it. I don't like it. All you pushers. Is mixed spaghetti an import? Maybe. I've never heard of mixed spaghetti. Let's see. Spaghetti would be, I assume, invented in Italy, but then I always assumed pizza was, but then they said it's New York, but then I read something else that said it actually did start in Italy. I don't know things. So I'm going to go with no. That's all I got. All right. Skew Raider, Gordon's alive. What? I don't know things now. Oh dear. This is talking about some Voltan and some Flash Gordon going on, of which, again, bad nerd. Skew, okay, Dave, watch Flash Gordon and be sure to watch Ted 1. LOL. I've seen Ted, but it's been a while since I've seen Ted. I do enjoy that bear. Basically, the fuzzy bear that sounds just like Peter Griffin, right? I'm good with that. Rick Ship, the Five Guys comparison is accurate. They are expensive. Ah, there we go. There we go. All right. I'll take it. They are expensive, but last time I went to McDonald's, I got just a regular meal, just a drink, fries, and a burger or something. And I think it was 10 or 11 bucks. Yeah, Five Guys is a little pricier, but dude, they've got free nuts and way better fries. Free nuts. That's why you go places. Gonna stop there. Sometimes I don't believe the words that are exiting my mouth. Skew Raider, my homework is to watch Ted 2. You know what? My homework might be to watch Ted 1 and then watch Ted 2 because I never went to see that. And I remember enjoying Ted 1. See, I think I like Marvel Legends for the durability compared to imports. I could toss my Spider-Man across the room. Well, I wouldn't do that with an SHF or an import. Okay, I got you on that one. So, yeah, I mean, I've never broken any of these things, but if you are going to chuck your figures, then absolutely I would rather get something like a Legend. Now, I will say you don't want to chuck a NECA, even though they're considerably cheaper than an import. If I threw, let's see here, well, we'll just bust out Space Usagi again. That dude's not going to last me throwing him against the wall. And there's 3 other Usagis, so they'd all come to kill me in my sleep. Mr. Stabby would be the last of my worries. And if you're watching this live stream for the first time ever, well, a live stream from Toypixx for the first time ever, Mr. Stabby, that's the wallet. It doesn't like it when I spend the money. All right. Jericho, I'm looking forward to the premium DNA Earthworm Gym. That's something, guys. Who's got some premium DNA? Because there we've got some more domestics. Man, domestics actually seem to be doing better than I thought. So we've got more domestics with premium DNA. So how are those? What's the quality on those? I know the paint looks good. I've seen some of the reviews. Seems like, I mean, they seem like they look perfect. So let me know if anybody in the chat has some premium DNA going on. Much like me, my DNA, totally premium. I'm full of crap. Skew Raider, you'll get Ted one more. Hello, the Flash Gordon scenes. Oh, okay. All right. Maybe that's the trick. I got to see that. Maybe that's it. Is Ted a prequel to Flash Gordon? That's what we need to know. And I know it's not. Maybe it's a sequel. Maybe I'm just going to sit here and sip a cup of tea. Ah, decaf tea, by the way. I got to sleep sometimes. Jericho, there's several premium DNA Battletoads reviews on YouTube. Pretty good. I've seen some of Anthony's custom stuff. Like, I think he and I have really similar tastes, except for like what we're into. Like, as far as what makes a figure cool, I think our tastes are similar. But I'm not a Dragon Ball guy. But yeah, I check out, when I'm curious about a figure, I tend to check out Anthony's customs. LBZ, I wouldn't do that to a NECA made before 2010, but my Usagi NECA took a dive from one of my shelves and it's 10 feet high and it survived. Nice. All right, Usagi. It turns out the rabbit's a champ. Yeah, that's really cool because, yeah, like I had heard for a while that they were just basically shearing off when you tried to articulate them at all. Skew Raider, I like the video game figures from Premium DNA. Yeah, they do look good. Like Earthworm Jim looks good. Battletoads looks good. Isn't Premium DNA who's doing the Care Bears too, which I spent far too long on talking about? Although the heads are awesome on those things. May pick up some Battletoads in the future. Yeah, I mean, and they're giant. Like the enemies, they do look like they're pretty much in scale. So they've got the giant dude. I remember playing Battletoads, but I didn't get into the lore. I don't remember the name so much, but I do remember thinking the characters looked hilariously cool. Have you checked out the new wave of Animal Warriors of the Kingdom figures in the Kickstarter yet? The blue lizard figure is very cool, and I hope they can reach the stretch goal of the red lizard. Fox with cyber arm is cool too. You know what? We'll check that out. I know last time I kept saying we're going to look at this stuff during the last live stream, but it just never happened. So we'll head over to Kickstarter before this one's out because I do want to see them. I've seen like the group shot, but I haven't seen them individually. Jericho, Classified Airborne is very close for US release. He looks great. He does look great. That's one thing with Classified. I would be like, as much as I say I want them to start having extra hands being standard, my wallet would not survive extra hands being standard for Classified because suddenly I'd want to army build again. I'd want to do all these things. I'd get all the figures. I'd end up having to get all the vehicles. The wallet would not survive, which means yours truly would not survive and it would be bad. But yeah, that Airborne looks incredible. Like, they all look so good. I think the team they've got there, I think Lenny and the crew, they just know what's up. And it's clear that Hasbro's giving them all the resources they need to make it happen. Hello, AR. Good to see you, sir. All right. I will now push buttons. LBZ, yeah, that chameleon from Animal Warriors of the Kingdom looks wild. You know, that's true. That's another domestic. Guys, I was truly prepared for imports to win, but I'm not so sure. I'm broke anyway. This is fair. Suddenly, if you're like, I'm broke, then you probably aren't looking at a whole lot of anything right now. Let's head over here. I'm going to just do that. Open a new window. Don't worry, I'm going to narrate while I'm doing this. New window. Pushing the button. I'm going to go, and don't worry, I will go back to you guys. Kickstarter. Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I need to get better still. I think I've gotten pretty decent at it, but not great. All right. Does it have, oh no, I think I'm looking at the original stuff. Okay, don't worry. I'll find more. I'll find the next one. Ah, here we go. Series 2. Oh my. All right. Show me more. There we go. All right. Let me go share this screen with you guys now. Present. Oops. Seriously, one day I'll learn what I'm doing. All right. So here we go. We have us some AWOC. And this is my first time actually looking at these things individually. So, ooh. Let's see, Series 2. That looks pretty sweet. Corvius. Oh, the Cold Blood. He sounds like a cheery fellow. Gresh. The Jungle Shadow. I don't know that he's much of a shadow with that green, but he's got the things. Wait, what drives me crazy about Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, I have to say, is with these pictures, they never show the extra hands, but they come with extra hands. Like, guys, why? Why? Just show me the hands. Cold-blooded weapon set. Ooh, I do love their weapon sets. I think those are sweet. My, heavy infantry. That thing looks awesome. Ooh, lizard style. Watch, I'm going to find stuff and be like, okay, all the stuff here I think is sweet, and you guys will be, yeah, but that's not the cool one. What are you doing? King Hannibal. I do enjoy that they would name a figure Hannibal, especially if it's a lion and all that stuff, big time warrior. Look at those swords. That looks awesome. Oh no. Kali Prime? Does he get a hold of some of Bane's venom? Ooh, I love the face on him. Guys, you're killing me. You're killing me by telling me to check this stuff out. Going back to the chat here so you don't murder me too much. Jericho, also the Vamp ships this month. Yeah, we talked. A couple people have the Vamp coming in. It's gonna be gorgeous. And I still have to find a way because that's one of those quintessential G.I. Joe vehicles. Like, not, I need the Dragonfly kind of now because of how good the hiss was, but there are certain vehicles that are just kind of generic looking. The Vamp is not. Skew Raider, Lucas James gave a heads up. Loyal Subjects is dropping Rainbow Bright figures. 80s keep rolling. Plunderlings and Care Bears would photobomb. Rainbow Bright figures? Man, I wonder if they're 1/12 scale. Like, I know it's silly, but I still have this thought that I'd love to load up on just all these pop culture things. So, like, maybe I wouldn't get the whole line, but I'd get a Rainbow Bright. That would just be kind of fun. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the Kickstarter. Has anybody backed this yet? Like, I'm assuming a few of you have. The Bone Crusher weapon set. That is just brutal. I love the little pistol there. That thing's cool. Grimes. Is Grimes a bulldog? That's ridiculous. This stuff is awesome, guys. Mother Mala. Is she okay? So I wonder if she's, I mean, with the colors and everything, I wonder if she's got something to do with Kali. Like, is she Kali's mom? Lady Jadu? I'm going with Lady Jadu. That seems right. These are all so good. Why do I not have these yet, people? I love the weapons. I do. Jessa? The rogues. See, I keep thinking I need like a collection of monkeys, but there's so many rabbits that have been released recently. I kind of feel like I need a kanji. And he comes with a bow and arrow and quiver and probably extra hands. I wonder if he's got like hopping action, like you push down on the top of his head and he pulls like an old school Ram Man kind of thing. Probably not, but that'd be funny. Boone. Okay, my favorite name so far is still Hannibal, but throwing Boone in here with a character named Hannibal is kind of funny. And he looks sweet. Oh my God. They really do a great job, don't they? The Horrid Assassin. This is why I need all the money, guys. Yeah, I think what we're learning here is the domestic side. When you're talking independent companies, like not the big time companies, aside from G.I. Joe, domestics are killing it and they're cheaper than the imports. I want to sit here and say imports are the way to go, but I'm kind of wondering right now. Like, I love my import figures. Like, if I had to get rid of everything else, I would keep my Mafex. But is it fair to judge it only on that? Oh, man. Like, when we're talking about these independent companies, they're crushing it. All right. Have I gotten to all of them? I think I've gotten to all of them. Wait a sec. Available rewards. What's this? Ooh. Reptile Warriors? Okay. So you're kind of getting them. Seriously, I need Hannibal just based on the name. Yeah. All right. So did everybody but me load up on these things? Hold on. We're gonna stop this on the Hannibal picture. Then I'll head back to the chat. There we go. Greatest name ever for Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Whew. All right, there's been chatting. AR, I'm looking at everything. Yep. Even though I'm broke, dude, I have been there and I'm still from time to time. I'm like, I really shouldn't be spending money. Everything, including Transformers boxes. So good. Man, what did you think of the Transformers stream today? Did you watch it? Plunderlings are awesome, Skew. Like, I have some, I need more. Like, that's the problem with all this. Now, Plunderlings, I think we would technically call an import, wouldn't we? Or are they, where are they from? Are they Puerto Rico? Because if so, that would not be an import. That would be another domestic. Oh, great. Googly moogly. Hands, let me see your hands. D&D, ooh, yeah. D&D, the NECA stuff, let's see. Plunderlings. Plunderling plunder. Like my savings account. Dude, do not let the Plunderlings near that savings account. They will destroy it. It will not be good. But yeah, if you're saying that you think this guy might work for D&D, I can kind of see that. Skew Raider. Eyes pose on that chameleon, right? Action Force and AWOC and Jada bolster domestics too. Great discussion so far. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. But yeah, like, I feel like the independents are what's kind of keeping the domestics in the game. That classified, and I want to say, I think of NECA more as an independent company. Like, they're kind of skirting the line. I mean, they are an independent company, but with all the licensing, I don't know. With how big they've grown, who really knows? But they are still technically an independent company. So I'm still going to say the indies are what's propping up the domestics, and they're doing a great job at it. Like, hold on, I'm gonna get rid of Hannibal here. Sorry, Hannibal, but it's because of this. Like, this figure here that NECA made. This is ridiculous. I love this thing so ridiculously much. And it was all NECA. Again, it's all the kind of domestic third party, the domestic independent companies. They're killing it. And they're what's keeping domestics in the game. Like, if it weren't for G.I. Joe, that's it. Oh, man. Let's see. All right, everybody. Now help me out here, okay? Because mom is sitting here. I just got a text from mom. Apparently she's watching, and she said, how do you know they're all guys? That's offensive. And then she did like this emoji. I'm pretty sure we've all chatted before. And we're pretty sure we're dudes. At least I am. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know, because I do want to get that right. Let's see. Kali Prime. Since when did the High Council see him? Don't remember him for the Covenant of Primus. You know, he was one of the early Beast Wars, I think, is what we're looking at there for him. AR Bone Crusher. Ooh, really? Ooh, I did not know that. I'll have to see. I didn't watch a lot of the live stream today, so maybe you saw that on there. Skew Raider, they're a little smaller. The pop culture stuff is cool. They should fit in with the strawberry shortcake line the boss fight's making, maybe a little smaller. They look like the character in 112. Let's see, a girl or 112 girl, etc. Okay. I'll have to be paying some attention here. Let's see. I think the mom figure, let's see, is the mom of Pale. Okay, I didn't read any of this stuff. That would be cool too. She's just colored, like, aside from the purple, she's got the Kali colors. Or is Pale related to Kali too, and I'm unaware? These are all the lore stuff I got to figure out. Lady Yoda. Ooh. Oh dear. Must push buttons. Let's see. Kanji needs to join Usagi. Yeah, maybe what I need is a rabbit and a monkey collection. Maybe that's the deal. Maybe I need some Sun Wukong and some Usagi, some Kanji, some Thane. Let's see, remember Star Fox? Getting awesome vibes. My cousin was great at that game, loved it. I remember playing Star Fox. I don't remember if I got decent at it, but it was a cool idea. It was like the first game that really kind of looked 3D that I can remember playing. But yeah, it was cool. Skew Raider picked up the AWOT figures. That impressed you, Dave. They are awesome. Will not disappoint. Tons of hands. High quality. Dope. Yep. All right. I know I need Tiberius anyway, so we'll look at that. But yeah, it sounds like AWOC is helping keep the domestics looking good. I'm waiting on Kanji the most, and we'll slowly pick up others. I love the rabbit ears on Kanji. Like, that's the one we're talking, I think. But like, they're way crazy. Let's see. Yes. It's all good stuff. Skew Raider, I've got 2 AWOT's monkeys and love them. Banana time. Remember, you can go to Super Action Stuff and buy just bananas. I'm sorry, I think it's bananas, apples, and I think you get a couple smartphones too. Not real ones, because it's only $10. See, like we discussed before, yep. Head over there, grab you some bananas, and Super Action Stuff will provide. AR, I watched the Hasbro Pulse stream, and yeah, I saw through, I think, Dreadwing, or Dreadwing, I think his name's Dreadwing from Prime. And I'm like, he looks all right. Or no, it wasn't Dreadwing, it was Knockout. Skew Raider, they were from the side of the water. I'm pretty sure Plunderlings. Okay. I knew they were this side of the water. I just couldn't remember what the country was, or what the territory is, if it's Puerto Rico, for instance. What did you think, AR? I watched it. I hope you all get craziness the next 3 streams. It was okay for a 40th. Yeah, I bet they're going to work up to something, because you can't show something just ridiculously awesome every stream, I wouldn't think. Let's see. Posable eyes are crazy. I could use those. Skew Raider, 3 more streams this month for 40th Transformers. Glad to know that. Yeah, I don't know. Like I had some of it on, but I didn't pay much attention. Like I totally thought it was Dreadwing instead of Knockout. Transformers is my life. And that's a good thing because you don't want to branch out too far into other lines because that's where the money pit goes. It's basically like buying a house. See, LBZ, once I build my shelves, I'm going to delve into the NECA gargoyles and finally have some room on my desk. Man, that's going to look good. Although with the shelves, I don't know, man, you're not going to have the arena set up, but I can see where room on your desk is something that's kind of nice. Like it's nice to be able to just rest your arms on things. Skew Raider, LBZ, you picking up the draped wing capes for them. That just means you got to basically buy the line, doesn't it? Like you don't get those separately, I don't believe. Harry, cough, cough, four horsemen, cough, cough. That's true. That's true. The four horsemen, like for me personally, being as limited as they are in the elbows and the knees, I'm not that interested, but a lot of people are, and they look wonderful. For me, when it comes to toy photography, I want stuff that really poses well. And they pose decently, but they don't pose well enough. Like I wanted to make sure when I was grabbing my imports and my domestics, I was grabbing like the best that I could think of because I didn't want it to be way weighted where I was going, look at this. This here is like, what did I grab? I was going to use this as an example of what we're really not talking about tonight, but I don't want to be like, here's what domestics do and here's what imports do. You know, I didn't want to seriously weight it that way, but yeah, that's Four Horsemen's a great call. And another indie line or another indie company, like they've got a couple lines going now, three actually, if you count the what is it, the ones like the Headless Horseman was part of Figura Obscura. I'm a dude. Good man, AR, good man. Thank you. I thought so. Like everybody here, I'm pretty sure we're good. We know what's going on there. Dude, I thought so, Skew. Thank you, man. Let's see. SK. Let's see here. That's crazy. It's all crazy. We're all crazy. Skew Raider. She's a dude. We're all dudes. We'll stop the Good Burger Red song, but it's jamming. I gotta see. I don't think I've seen Good Burger. Guys, terrible nerd. Like seriously. Although I've been keeping up on Bad Batch season 3. So I guess I'm not terrible nerd, but let's see. I know it's spelled dude. I was just being dumb. That's all right. All my typos make me look like a complete maroon. Of course, you were intentionally doing it, so you were just playing maroon. Me, I actually look like a moron. Wreckship, the Kickstarter tiers are slightly frustrating as they're mostly grouped by sections instead of individual options. Clearly not hurting sales as it's already close to being fully funded already within 48 hours. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get on a limb and say, yeah, they're doing pretty well. AWOC is going to do just fine as a line. Let's see. Mom, we're on a toy podcast. We're dudes. Now, we've had some women pop by, and that's certainly appreciated, and we don't want to drive them away or anything because there's so few that actually pay attention to this stuff. But I just wanted to make sure. I do want to make sure that I get that right at least. See, if they do have the draped wings, that'll be even dope, and I'll get it. Yeah. But I think you're going to have to be buying, I can't remember, like the one, I would be curious actually about getting the Goliath and the Demona set because they've got those wings. And I think, do they have both sets? I don't remember, but I'm reasonably confident they've got the draped wings, so it saves you a little bit of space. But then what do you do with the wings? Do you just shove them in a drawer? I don't know these things. Let's see. Hey, Photo Dave's mom. It's funny. I think she just checks up. She's like, all right, he's a little nuts. He's prone to saying things that maybe aren't necessarily the way that he should say them, I'm going to watch and just text him and tell him he's an idiot when he does something wrong. To be fair, Mom has never texted me to say you're an idiot, but she will say, I don't think you should have done that. Let's see, skew. I like how they put them in the line, so you'll get them if you keep picking them up. I like that line too. Yeah, it's one of those things for marketing that is a little manipulative, so I don't necessarily like that. On the other hand, could they actually fit it all in the same package and make it so it's still affordable? Like, what's their demographic as far as what they're shooting for, as far as what people are willing to spend? And that's something that we have to think about for Hasbro as well and Mattel is what has their research shown that people will pay without going too high? And so if people will pay X amount for Gargoyle with a set of wings and some hands, maybe an extra head, great. But if we add this, we might not sell near as many units, and thus we might lose money. So I don't like it. I understand that it keeps the line going. I still don't like it, but I understand it. So I guess that's where I fall on that. Skew Raider, hello, Mama Toypixx, if you're out there. Oh, Mama Toypixx is out there. She's waiting after the stream. She'll probably, like, I'll call her, or she'll call me, and she'll just, like, I'll hear her shaking her head. It'll be like this. Anywho, LBZ, Skew Raider, yeah. I do like NECA, but I'm knee-deep in imports. It's nuts. I gotta catch up on the Preds as well, since they look so good. What is it, the one that came out recently? The Predator Prey, right? I heard Anthony's Customs talked about him, and he looks ridiculous. I still feel like I need a Jungle Hunter, though. Mr. Matson, independents are giving imports a run for their money, and the independents are forcing the big boys to improve. I've noticed with Classified specifically that Action Force is kind of trying to keep them on their toes without even trying. Like, Action Forces, they're doing great things, and Classified is like, oh man, we really got to keep up with this. So again, they start throwing in more extra hands, we might have a pretty tight race there. But you're right. I mean, based on just imports, and like the independents come with so much stuff, they're so well articulated. And for those of us that are in the States or Canada or wherever on the Western Hemisphere, they're generally going to be a lot cheaper, I would think, than the imports, just because they're much closer. However, I have talked to guys in Mexico that will say that Marvel Legends down there are like $50, and it just doesn't seem right considering how close we are to Mexico. But that's going to be a lot more due to shipping than Hasbro's pricing. But yeah, I think if we're in the US proper, that domestics are actually they are giving the imports a run for their money based solely on cost, and the quality's pretty close to the same. Ah, I see you, AR. Let's see. Let the wind lead where it may. I will follow. By far the best final line from Beast Wars history. Let the wind lead where it may. I will follow. I'm guessing that's something that Dinobot would say, but it's been a while since I've seen Beast Wars. I've been catching up on my G1 and my Prime. Dreadwing was a while ago. That's right. It was Knockout, I think. And Dreadwing and Skyquake came out around the same time, I think, too. And this guy's just a repaint of Bulkhead. So Knockout, that's right. Knockout's the red car. Breakdown, breakdown. I customized mine into a barricade. That's right. I think you've talked about that before. Barricade's red. Skew Raider, Matthew Matson, big facts. Indies are killing and crushing it. I know. I need to get in a position where I can support a lot more indie work. But I know Action Force is just going to kill me. And then everything after that is going to be even rougher. Who knows? Skew Raider, Four Horsemen 2, Valiant Knight is awesome / better. The posing is making me vicariously enjoy them. I love to look at y'all shoot them photos. Man, that's where the fun's at. Taking the pictures, that's where the fun's at least for me. And I think a lot of you as well that I've seen in the chat. It's just, it adds an extra element of real creativity to the hobby. And I think that's something I really enjoy. Is yeah, we can all just get them and put them on the shelves, but then what? Like, I'm never going to be that guy that just buys stuff and stands them on a shelf to just look at them and watches my collection just grows. I'm always going to be the guy that is going to say, ooh, that's going to look good in photos. I'm going to be picking that up. Yeah. Did you guys go? AR, my Transformers collection is worth somewhere around 25K or more. A bulk of that comes from my 5K aftermarket price AOE Darkside Takara exclusive Soundwave. Age of Extinction Takara exclusive Soundwave, huh? I don't know if I know that one. I pay attention to some of that stuff, but clearly I need to pay more attention. That's insane, man. Congratulations. That's an awesome collection. Skew Raiders. Some are ladies, but most in the chat have been dudes so far. Have seen ladies around. We love our community. Absolutely. Like, that's something. I don't ever want to be somebody that people think is alienating other aspects of the hobby. Like, I want everybody to be able to come in and enjoy. Harry, I'm a dude pretending to be another dude disguised as another. Wait, I did that wrong. I'm a dude pretending to be another dude disguised as another dude. Ah, RDJ. Man, Tropic Thunder. It's been a while, but that's one that needs to be seen again. Mr. Matson. Yep. That's a good quote. AR, well and disguised as you who's disguised as dude, who's disguised as dude, and that's another dudes. You, I'm going to assume, might be a little young to have seen Tropic Thunder, but that's where that came from. So if you can check that out, you'll understand. It's pretty funny. Let's see, Dudeception, be excellent to each other. Wild Stallions. What was the Abe line at the end of that movie? Let's see, it was just be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes! That's right, I remember that part. But I can't remember, like, 420 minutes ago. I'm trying to remember the whole speech. It's not going well for me. Let's see. You guys are amazing. These chats are so much fun. I didn't know. Let's see. I didn't know I was Skew Raider. I'm not sure. Maybe I say wrong things. See, that's the thing. I just say bad things. You mistype on purpose. It all gets rough. Let's see. Dudecepticon reminds me of the "It's Shredder Where" meme. I don't know that I've seen that meme. I thought I saw all the memes. What does that even mean? Skew Raider, man, we need George Carlin and Bruce Clemens figures. And that line. They have done Bill and Ted. Have those. 8-inch Bill and Ted, huh? Huh. I know they had like little plastic dudes of them. Let's see. I don't know why. Nobody knows. Nobody knows why anything. We're all lost. We're all lost in this vast void. WJ, can you suggest Transformers / GoBots, Hasbro, third party, etc. for G.I. Joe and other 1/18th figures other than G.I. Joe crossovers? WJ, first off, I'm not sure you've been on. If you have, my apologies. Okay, we're checking. I want to make sure that I'm good with everybody. So, are you a man? Are you a woman? What's going on? I'm guessing man, because we're in action figure chat, and that tends to be most of it, but it's not all of it. And as was properly pointed out by the mom earlier, yes, I do need to make sure that, you know, who I'm talking to. As far as Transformers for 1/18th scale crossovers, man, you know, the first MP, like the first Masterpiece Optimus Prime, the MP1, I would think would work pretty well. I don't know. I don't know. Anybody, hopefully, I'm going to keep going through this chat and I'll find out that, oh my, guys, chatting, I like it, that you guys have had suggestions. Let's see. AR, you and those dang good nano disguises. Sartan can't hang. Sartan's got nothing on you, AR. I'm going to push the buttons. Let's see. Or the chat for that matter. Yep. Hopefully they've got some answers for you. I came up with MP1 and probably that Megatron from way back too, but that Megatron's a little rough. MP1 is quality. Let's see. Hey, Warhammer and Joy Toy constantly come up during other stream discussions about 1/18th. 1/18th fans love them. Maybe I misread that. I thought you were talking. Hang on. Let me head back there. Let's see. Can you suggest Transformers GoBots for G.I. Joe and other? Okay. I think I got it right. I think I got my answer right. AR can't get enough of them, I guess. Transformers are like that. WJ, yes, Q, but I want big Transformers / GoBots. I'm wondering, what were the ones? There was a huge Megatron and an Optimus Prime a while back. I think they'd actually be too big for it for 1/18th, but I'm not sure. The character that said the line was a Tigertron. Tigertron, okay. That makes sense too. Every time I hear something really deep from Beast Wars or what could be considered deep, I tend to think it was probably Dinobot. WJ, most Transformers GoBots are too small. This is true. This is true for 1/18 scale, and I agree with you. I don't think those crossover figures are all that awesome. See, NECA did Bill and Ted. I don't remember that. Maybe I just wasn't paying much attention to NECA at the time. Hi, Az. Tons of 1/18 stuff. Marvel Universe. Can the Eagle from Gotcha Man? All right. He's asking for like Transformers that can go with the 1/18 stuff. And I think MP1 qualifies, but he might be. I haven't looked at his aftermarket prices in a while. AR, there's a Spike and Energon armor too from Microman Takara. Oldie but goodie. Oh, Spike. Stinking humans. All those humans are just dirty wrong. 1/18. Got it. Ooh, maybe this was AR having some. Let's see. WJ. Not sure which Transformers you're thinking of. Plus, GoBots are getting redone, and they are not. They are in the same universe, just not the same species. This is fair. But if he's asking for Transformers, if they're asking for Transformers and GoBots, we should just answer the Transformers or GoBots. What was was it called RoboForce that did a Psykill that was, I think they were something like 7 or 8 inches tall? Like that might work. Because I know you said GoBots and I totally didn't think GoBots, you know? Let's see. I'm quiet today because I'm taking Toypixx. Good man, Tragic. That's okay. I can't fault you for that. And guys, by the way, remember that this Sunday, it'll be my first Sunday live stream. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it won't be my last. This Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on the Pacific Coast, hey, you get to wake up and drink coffee while you're hanging. I'm going to do a live stream just to make up for the fact that I didn't have the one this past Thursday, like a week ago today. So don't forget. And for that, the topic will be wherever the chat takes us. I'm going to have some windows open. We'll see what everybody wants to discuss. But of course, I'll take some toy photography spin to it. Skew Raider, let's see. I've got them. I want Bruce and George to go with them. Oh, let's see. The princesses, Iron Maiden, bogus. Yeah, that would be fun. NECA needs to get on like I'm kind of on board with NECA doing 7-inch scale stuff like that or 1/10 scale stuff like that. I don't know. You said those were 8-inchers, but if they go back and do that stuff, that'd be cool. WJ, let's see, any that scale well with 1/18th AR. Let's see. I was thinking I'll have to look and see if nobody comes up with the RoboForce thing or any of that. Let's see. Most are, yeah. Transformers they don't scale well with G.I. Joe figures or, that scale. Let's see. Why the lol? Are we lolling at Princess's Skew Raider? Never lol at the princess. She's got money. WJ, if I could find OG large Psykill, he's about the right size for G.I. Joe. I wonder, so that's right, because they made way back, like they'd have your standard GoBots, like maybe this tall, and then they'd have upscale versions sometimes that were more like, I can't remember, it's been so long, but I'm thinking, I don't know, we'll see here. We'll see if we can help you out here, WJ. Let me get through a couple more of these. Let's see, this chat B, it's kind of a digital neighborhood dirt pile we all bring our toys to. That's awesome. I love that analogy. And I will take it and run with it. Thank you, sir. I'm glad that people are enjoying their time when they come on here. AR, so 1/18th is a bit big. Let's see. Maybe, you know what? Masterpiece might be, I think Masterpiece is even too small, most of them. That's why I was suggesting MP1 is because he's bigger than the current Masterpiece line. Let's see. Whoops. Maybe I clicked that already. Great Googly Moogly. That's right. Great Googly Moogly. Let's see. They are so hard to find any remotely new 1/18 or remotely near 1/18th. Psykill's getting a new figure. Let's see. Masterpiece. Let's see. Andrew Sabina, thanks for stopping by, man. Let's see. We embarked on a most excellent adventure. We did. I'm going to go. Hold on, guys. We're going to see if we can help out here and see if I'm right about Psykill. Don't worry. I'll come back. I'll come back. Machine Robo. Okay, maybe that's what it was. Was it Machine Robo that I'm thinking? That was the large Psykill? Hold on, I'll share this real quick once I find something that was okay. That didn't work out. Oh boy, the GoBots, the GoBots. I didn't think I'd ever sing that again. Action Toys. Let's see. All right, this website's weird. I think I found him. Action Toys Bike Robo / GoBots Psykill. Give that a shot. Ooh, Robo Toy Base. Hold on. Dope. It was the same place. Yeah, WJ, look up Action Toys Bike Robo and see if that gives you something you're after here. It says, let me see if I can find an actual description though, as far as the scale or the size. Let's see. Machine Robo. Here, let me, so you don't all see me squinting. Let's get out of here. I'm thinking, see if we can find this here. Let's see. All right. So this is what I've found as far as a cycle that is good size. But I don't know the exact height. Does anybody, only $300. Is that what MP1 is now? Because like I got him when he was new, so it was 99 bucks. There's got to be a better picture of this guy. Yeah, maybe I told you the wrong figures. It's all right. It's all right. Let's see. We're good. See that? I'm getting good at catching those kinds of things. See, AR question for sure. I was talking 1/18th figures you could check out. AR, I'm looking for 1/12 ones. I have the Megatron and Optimus on the list. Jay Hernandez and the Laser Pants have those. Dope. Yeah, the 1/12 ones, I kind of would like to get those too. They just look sweet. Just to have them able to throw down with the 1/12 scale figures, I suppose. Nice. I have one Masterpiece figure, and it's a small Frenzy. Frenzy was, let's see, did I have Frenzy? I had Soundwave way back when. Let's see, now first time here, mail. Thank you. You bet, WJ. Now, hopefully you're seeing this. And hopefully this is helping out some. I just wish I knew the scale on this thing or the size. I'll have to look a little bit. Let's see. Transformers alternate. Ooh, I forgot about alternators. I had to be fancy when I was collecting those, so I got Vinyltech. There's still like that first Vinyltech smokescreen was ridiculously good. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing with alternators is they do look pretty plasticky. Like I said, again, I was a snob. Skew Raider, those 3D prints are, let's see, are an option too, WJ. Can scale them to 1/18. Toymaker 3D. Can be pricey and joints flop. You'd have to print the joints a little bigger, but you can scale them to 1/18 too. That's right. Let's see. If you, WJ, do you have a 3D printer? Let's see, 1/12, 3D print TFs. I have fallen way behind, guys. Let's see, WJ, lots of Robotech vehicles and figures. Man, there's so few that really scale well with 1/18th though, Yeah, those alternators look clunky, even for G1. That first smokescreen was awesome. I have to say, I love that smokescreen figure. But I think, well, the Blue Streak, basically that mold was really good. The Blue Streak was really good there too. But again, I got the Vinyltechs because they were shinier and all that. They were metal on the outside instead of plastic. But that doesn't mean that they're going to look less chunky. Let's see, they're not G1? Vinyltech or alternators, you mean? I don't know. Who knows? I'm so far behind. Let's see. They're from 2000s, not the 80s. Yeah, if we're talking alternators and Vinyltech still, yeah. Because I got Sideswipe and Smokescreen around the same time I got my Masterpiece Prime. I got it wrong, Dave. You said 1/18th, and you answered the question right. I had it wrong. I was talking 1/18th because they don't usually come up. Finally gave an alternative. No, you're good, man. And Joy Toy, if I got into 1/18th, I would be hosed. I'd end up getting Joy Toy, I think, because they just look so good. Yeah, was G1 Skywarp big enough to hold a Joe before Harmony Gold sued them? I don't think, no, G1 Skywarp was like the figures that could fit in there. Look up a line called Diaclone. Right now there's a line called Diaclone Reboot that's out. And they're basically based on those old lines. And the figures are maybe like an inch tall. So with G1, yeah, that was, they were made based on those figures, or at least a lot of them. I can't remember if that was Diaclone. And then the smaller ones maybe were Microman. I can't remember the whole history. Let's see. I want them for 1/12, but you can print them for 1/18 too. Pricey, but maybe cheaper and can get the right scale. Who's making those, SKU Raider? All right, let's see. So I want to know that. Yeah, G1 Skywarp's too small just because, like I said, those figures would be about an inch tall. But yeah, look up Diaclone and you'll kind of see the size of figures that show up with that. WJ, right. So slap a sticker on a Macross since that was Jetfire's original frame. I don't know about that. We're talking 3D printing. So you're basically printing something in plastic or in resin. What is it? What is 3D? I don't know anymore. SKU Raider, RoboForce, yeah, but they are closer to Masterpiece scale, but kind of smallish. Best to 3D print if you can't get the right scale. Like AR said, Masterpieces are too small. Those two Transformers that I think the first Masterpiece Prime would probably work. Let's see. I used to have the third-party Psykill, and I sold him because he is not a good investment. Well, there you go. We do not have a glowing endorsement on this RoboForce dude that I found. Let's see. We'll be working Sunday. That's all right, Harry. Making the money so you can buy the things. That's where the fun's at. SKU Raider are bigger, let's see, 1/12 scale, perfect, too big, so 3D printing may be an option. Just mind the floppy joints. Print the joints bigger and use nail polish. There's a good video on YouTube about it. Search. Yeah, maybe check out YouTube and see if you can find where they're going to print all that stuff out. That would be good stuff. Because it might be that somebody's just got a tutorial or they might even have the files ready to go. It's a pity. Hasbro's mostly buried GoBots after buying them out. Hasbro's mostly buried a lot of things that they have owned over the years. Like, where's some mask? But I'll be at church on Sunday. That is okay, AR. I'm not gonna give anybody crap for not being able to make it, especially since it's a totally different time than I normally do. Psykill would work. That Go Robo that was released, yes, but Leader 1 is kind of small, etc. See, I wonder about that. Obviously, like, he's not going to be able to sit in the cockpit, but at that point, it's kind of robot versus alt mode, I guess, because they were the same size, like they were the same height in the cartoon as robots, even though, what was he? I think Leader 1 was an F-14. He's going to be a whole lot bigger than a motorcycle. So at that point, you're just kind of making a decision on what's more important, the alt mode or the robot mode. Let's see. There's a Retgar Masterpiece that will work too. Just the cars and planes are too small. Did Masterpiece do a Retgar? Where was I when Masterpiece did a Retgar? Now I'm sad. Let's see. Yeah, I think Big Psykill is the only one big enough. Oh, man. They did, but they're bringing them back. They have a new 3-pack. There was a few Legacy releases, 4-packs in WFC and Legacy. I saw that Crasher was out there, or is coming out or something. I wasn't sure about what else, so not anymore. Yeah, Hasbro, there's a lot of properties I'm not sure they know what to do with yet or right now. Let's see, Retgar, third party works too for 1/18. Okay, so it was a third party Masterpiece Retgar. I got it now. There's so many third parties, it's really tough to keep up with. Oh man, we're back here. Oh guys, I might end up having to skip some of this. My bad, but hold on, let me see what I can do. We're gonna play catch up here. Yeah, still trying to find Retgar. Got the other bike, more 1/12 size, but 1/18 can ride it. Okay, I'm trying, man. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, the 1/18 scale Optimus is probably, or sorry, 1/18 scale. The MP1 Optimus is probably Diaclones tall enough for the G.I. Joes, but at the same time, or for the 1/18 scale, but when you turn him into the semi, he's not going to be big enough for them to ride in. So there's all that again. Is it alt mode or is it robot mode that you want to scale it to? Also, a third-party sidekill if having problem finding the machine robo one. All right. Thank you. You bet, WJ. I'm glad that the guys were able to help out because, yeah, aside from MP1, I'm kind of blanking here. BBTS has the Retgar, but not sure if it's in stock. That was like last year when I saw it on there. Whew. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, it's lagging. I'm lagging. I'm way behind, but the chat looks like it was still going. See, there we go. Oh, whew. I wonder if that's my computer being like, "What are you doing, man? You shouldn't be on anymore." I don't even know what time it is. Google Shop should help you find them. That's true. The Google is mighty in that way. Let's see, looks about right to me. Diaclones. Has anybody seen those Diaclone commercials? They're ridiculously good. Yeah, Sidekill and Retgar figures should work. Very cool because they're bikes. That would be awesome to just get in the 1/18th chilling on Retgar. Want to put Sidekill with the Dreadnoks? Oh, Sidekill is way too shiny for the Dreadnoks, isn't he? The Dreadnoks need like beat up bikes, I feel like. Or maybe the bikes are what they take really good care of. And like everything else is a disaster, but their bikes are totally clean. Let's see, check with AR, and it's K2. Dave too. Somebody will help you narrow it down more. Hope that helps. Man, yeah, I'm coming up blank on that one. I just don't know. I don't keep up with Transformers like I used to, and I love the lore. Let's see, they look pretty big. I'm done. No, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. I like when it comes to that kind of stuff, we all like to try and help out and see what we can do for it. You had a good question. Just take sweet pics when you get your TFs, please. That's what chat is for. Welcome, WJ. WJ, he is right. Skew Raider knows what's up. It's all about taking the pretty pictures and posting them online so we can check them out. That's something else, guys. I know Harry's brought it up a couple times, and I think it's a good idea. Who would be interested in sending me some of their work on Instagram so we could do some photo critiques? I mean, most of you have been watching long enough to know that I'm not going to be a jerk. I might have some smart alecky comments, but honestly, it would just be to help people get better. I know I'll shoot a bunch of stuff, and even when I think it's awesome, I'll post it and I'll be like, oh, I blew it there, you know? So it would just be an honest critique kind of thing where we're trying to fix things. So let me know if you guys are interested in doing something like that. Maybe we give that a shot for next Thursday. Skew Raider, take care, AR. Diachrome. WJ, local store has one, would get one, but PC is in-house and the printers need ventilation for safety reasons. Yeah, ventilation. Psh, who needs it? Even AR running away. Run away. Oh, there it was. I've been much better at that, but once in a while I let off a when I just don't know how to fill the dead air. Have a good night, man. If you're still on by the time I caught that. WJ, sorry, meant Jetfire, the Macross mold. Sorry. You're good, dude. Don't even worry about that. We knew that mold. I think a lot of us know that that was the Macross mold that Jetfire was. Let's see, a site called Toymaker 3D. Check them out when you get offline, Dave. See if you want to show them. Or if you don't care, check them out. But very cool selection. Or if I don't care, if I can make them 1/12 scale and they're cool bots, I'll definitely check them out. Ah, Pushing the buttons. SKU Rater, they have the files. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Let's see. Whew. I'm good. I'm good. Thanks, Harry. I'm sure that was about the lagging scooter with the dreadnoughts. Which dreadnought would run? You know what? It would have to be, who's the guy that drives the Thunder Machine? Is that Thrasher? He would have to be on scooter just because it would be such a downgrade. That would crack me up. Scooter would be dead like that Robot Chicken skit. I gotta find that. These guys were bringing up the, oh God, the guy that was the sniper, Fumbles. They were bringing up Fumbles way back when in the chat, and I totally forgotten about that, and I watched that, and I about lost it. Fumbles. It was always Fumbles. SKU Rater, Scooter and T-Bob from Mask could, let's see, double dead on arrival. Love them, but hilarious. Scooter would, yeah, Scooter was just one of those characters, I guess. I like, for some reason, I always thought Turbo was the cool guy there. Let's see, cue old G.I. Joe skit of kids tripping on and nearly dying from paint fumes because they didn't open the garage door. Pork chop sandwiches. Yeah, all those craziness, that was quality. All of it's good stuff. Let's see, Fumbles should be canon or third-party figure. Somebody's got to make a custom Fumbles. Just watch the video and find out what they made him from. But yeah, all right, guys. So we're looking, I don't know. I almost want to call it a draw. Like the import figures are so crazy smooth and they come with so much and I just love them. I do. But then when we really get talking about what the domestics are doing right now, specifically the independent companies, it's incredible. Like, yeah, I'm not sure that there's a winner here, at least as far as I'm concerned. I know LBZ was talking about how knee-deep he is in imports, and his collection is insane. If you follow him on Instagram, check it out. All his stuff is so cool, and I love checking out the photos. But he was also saying, hey, you need to get some gargoyles. So I'm looking over to my left at all the domestics. Every one of them is incredible, except maybe. And I'm not going to ever get rid of this. I love this figure. But here, let's stop that. Casey Jones here. And his problem, you can guess it, is that he's got the waist cut. So whenever you turn him, you expose a little bit of this. But what they did right was they didn't leave tons of room out here. I mean, they left a little room, which was okay because it still looks like jeans when you twist them. But you can't twist them too much or you get the problem of like that flat spot right there, you know? But he's the only one that I'm looking at going, he's not perfect for the photography, but I like him anyway because he's redshirt Casey Jones and he comes with a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, that's where I'm at, man. I think it's a draw. And I wanted to come in here and have us all figure it out for sure. Let's see, Toymaker 3D looks amazing. I need to clean the dust off the printer. I need to get, that's something I want Toypixx to do. You guys know that I'm always posting like the Patreon freebies. I want to get to a point where I've got a 3D printer so I can make 3D print files that I can just give away as freebies. I think that would be awesome if I could learn how to do it or get somebody else to help out. Who knows? Let's see. That sailor can work as Fumbles. We've been laughing about it. That sailor could work as Fumbles. I didn't think of that. SKU Rater, 60th Sailor Classified that just dropped for 118th. It was like a torpedo with a different head. What was the head, man? I wonder if they just came up with that head. That'd be quality stuff. Imports are all over the place. Fried gold or collapse out of the box. See, I hear that. I've never had a problem with that with the import. So I can't really, like, from firsthand experience, I can't say that for me. But I understand if somebody else is just like, yeah, whenever I've gotten them, they haven't been great. I've had a couple Mafex figures that weren't crazy tight, but it wasn't like they broke or things were bad out of the package necessarily, you know? Like we can get other stuff. We can get domestics that aren't super tight. Skew Raider, Harryo, heck yeah, I'm serious about that site. Can get some good figures that way for 112. Toy Maker 3D. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that for sure. A modern Hasbro is too hollow with Transformers. I haven't gotten a modern Hasbro, like I haven't gotten a Transformer in quite a while from Hasbro. My stuff there is 3-0 because I'm a snob, obviously. One more thing, WJ. Ramen Toy is about to drop 1/18th mass tribute figures as well as the standard 2-inch size scale, too. That's true. I forgot all about that because I've been really interested in the Musk, the 112, 1/10 scale sewer dial. So I don't pay as much attention to that stuff, but it looks good. Let's see, you got all 3 NECA Last Ronin Mikeys. Nearly got everything on the armored version but the book. Oh man. But the book, huh? Let's see, got all 3 Last Ronin. Oh, okay. So you got the armored one, you got the unarmored, and then I think there was the red repaint, right? Because I was trying to come up with, wait, which ones? I got the only Last Ronin figure I've got is the RAF, and it is glorious. Yeah, Ramen been picking up the slack. Ramen's killing it. Ramen does great stuff. I love to see their stuff show up. Not enough likes on this video, guys. Give the thumbs up. Harry, I appreciate it, man. Very cool of you. Skew Raider, like button applied. Good call, Harry. Appreciate, man. Appreciate. Whew, all right, we'll get through a couple more of these. But how about you guys? Toy Make R 3D. Okay. Do you guys find that, I mean, WJ sounds like he's in the domestic camp. Are you guys kind of in the middle where you're going, man, I don't know. Is it imports or domestic? Because truly, I think we're looking at a tie here from my perspective. Yeah, no, thanks, Eric. Got it. Okay. Because from my perspective, we're looking at a tie. Oh, and the Mouser dog, of course. I don't know that. I don't know things. WJ, if you keep coming back, you'll realize that I'm a bad nerd. No, the Wanderer was the third Mikey. Oh, that's right. But that wasn't Last Ronin. That was Eastman and Laird, I think. I do need to get him. I've got the 4-pack, but I totally need that Wanderer figure. See, Skew Raider. I'm doing both. Mafex is giving my DC and some X-Men, etc. fix. Mostly domestic and indies, what I'm getting. A few imports. Mafex mostly. Okay, see, that sounds reasonable. And it sounds like Mafex is making like the iconic versions. I hate using the word iconic. In fact, that was incorrect. Mafex is using the most well-known versions of, or they're making the most well-known versions of a lot of our favorite characters. And then you go in and for like a team photo, like this is something that domestics would be good for, such as Marvel Legends. You get, say, the brown suit Wolverine or the tiger stripe Wolverine, if you can find them. Stinking Medicum. Anyway, you get the tiger stripe Wolverine, you get the Cyclops, you get whatever. Let's see, what else was there? There was Psylocke and Gambit, and then you get the Marvel Legends Beast and the Marvel Legends Rogue. And now you've got the blue team. So I can see where in that instance, mixing domestic with imports might be really cool if you were trying to build out that team. And I'll be honest, even I'm getting a little impatient on them taking so long for Rogue and Beast. No, I like both. It's just easier to get domestic. That's true. That is very true. Because, like I said several times in this chat, I can never get that Tiger Stripe Wolvie. Anyway, guys, all right. That's what I've got. Oh, wait. Got a couple more. Dang it. independents, imports, or domestics and third party. Oh man. Okay. We're all over the place. This was not a debate so much as a man, they're all cool. Whatever looks awesome, pretty much. That's true. Whatever's going to look good in front of your lens. See, I blame my getting back into Transformers on the Dr. Mandroid Build-A-Figure. Which one was the Dr. Mandroid? Man, I'm awful. I'm clearly just wrong here. Let's see. Great stream. Thank you, Skew Raider. I appreciate it. And on that note, we'll leave that up. And it's time for me to say, see ya. Catch you on the next one, which again is it Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Some of us on the East Coast will probably still be drinking our caffeinated beverages. Some of those on the West Coast will definitely be drinking their caffeinated beverages. So, folks, that's what I've got for this one. So until next time, thanks again for stopping by, and I'll talk at you the next time. Good Lord, I'm really fumbling with words. So here it is. Have fun. Happy snapping. See ya. Weird face. It's all awkward because I never know when this thing actually ends.